Hello, I'm Captain Vile. Welcome to How Riddler is Riddler. Now, since comic book characters can be written by multiple people, there isn't a definitive version of a character. Just an unwritten rule on how a character should look, act, and be written. Except, I wrote the unwritten list. And now I'm reviewing different Riddlers to see how Riddler they are. This time, we're reviewing the Riddler from The Batman. Not the movie, the show from 2004. Much like in the animated series, Riddler appears in 3 episodes. Riddled, The Night in the City, and Riddler's Revenge. He also has minor cameos in other episodes, but doesn't do or say anything. Now this show is different from the animated series because it's more action-focused. It also changed some character backstories and designs. Some of the designs were kind of cool. Some of them were not very cool. If you ask me, Riddler's redesign was not that great. Why is he goth? By the way, the reason that the video looks like this is because I recorded my screen with a camera because I literally could not find any other video of this show. I don't know how other YouTubers do it, but this is how I did it because it's the only way I could think. I spent $8 buying the episodes that Riddler appears in on YouTube, and I'm using them, goddammit. Slimmer than most. He's got long hair. Clean shaven. On his mouth, too. Do you see one? Strange sleeves, but yes. Pretty hard to miss. With gems, too. Fancy. Just like the animated series Riddler. Gadgets, yes. Lair, no. It's black, not purple. Among other things. I guess they're not gems. You could tell at a glance who these guys work for.
"20 yes or no's, from which my brilliant mind will deduce the true identity of the Batman."
He really hits the word brilliant.
You know, he's—
No! No, you'll ruin my game! I'm the last man standing! The game belongs to me!
He refers to his plans as games several times.
Ready for your next riddle?
No more riddles. What do you want, you maniac?
I prefer Brainiac. As you've been learning, knowledge is power.
Now, he doesn't deny this or insult her. He just changes the subject.
Besides, I've ruined Gorman, and that's as good a note as any to go out on.
He is willing to die to screw over the guy he thinks stole his tech.
Knowledge is power. Pity about your hard drive over here. You're ice cold. You couldn't be further from the truth, detective. Oh, now, you're boring me.
If they solve this riddle, his entire plan is ruined, but he has to test them.
No one outsmarts the Riddler!
Now, he admits he was outsmarted. Yes, I know the direct quote was, "No one outsmarts the Riddler," but that seems more like a, "you won't get away with this," than a, "there's no way you could have done this." I wouldn't call him obsessed. He definitely wants to kill Batman, or at the very least, reveal his identity to ruin him. But he's really only obsessed with riddles or games.
I was expecting my worthy opponent to be taller.
You're a lousy host.
And you two are lousy competition. Oh, do we need yet another hint? Good thing you arrived. Gormy needs all the help he can get. It can be cracked, it can be made, it can be told, it can be played. What is it? Come on, Gorman. It's easy. Jump. Jam. Jarlsberg. No. Sorry. I was never one for ball, champ. And I don't plan on having some small-minded dolt profiting off my genius!
He insults Yin's height when he first meets her, and Joker when he's about to kill him. He's only consistently rude to Gorman and only in the episode Riddler's Revenge. He mainly shows up on screens to tell his riddles. The few times he does insult people through a screen, it's just to Gorman. or the 1 time to yin. Now, he does follow part of this rule with his first plan, i.e., if a plan doesn't fall into one of the categories, it's part of a larger plan, like how he distracts the police. His main plan is to get information. His second plan is to eliminate Batman and his competition. Now, his third plan is to get revenge on a businessman that he hates because he thinks he stole his tech. This does fall into a category on the motivation rule, but he does not get the point since he only followed the rule for one of his 3 plans. He hacked into the city's mainframe, again, just to change some lights on buildings so that 2 people know who turned out the lights. They're all pretty simple, actually. Distract the police with bombs and riddles while you steal data. Just kill Batman and or Penguin and Joker, and blow up a boat.
Knowledge is power. Pity about your hard drive over here. You're ice cold. You couldn't be further from the truth, detective. Oh, now, you're boring me.
This isn't giving it away. This is a riddle to test them. He actually doesn't seem to underestimate Batman or Yin. I wouldn't say they're abusive, but they definitely don't seem to care about anything he does.
Games, you see, were much more interesting when you were playing for something real. Yet I needed still bigger challenges, which is how I, of all people, ended up in a Gotham University lab.
He says he found simple crimes too easy, but him wanting a challenge is how he got a job at a university, not how he became Riddler. He did that for revenge.
You see, I was always interested in matters of the mind, even if my dim-witted daddy couldn't understand.
This is more puzzles, but that still counts. He did small crimes before becoming Riddler. Also, this has nothing to do with his points, but I'd like to point out that this Riddler was once a carny who scammed people out of their money using his intelligence, which is a reference to Riddler's very first comic book appearance.
Oh, great, another freak. Who are you supposed to be?
I know the answer to that. The Batman. I've heard of you.
He didn't mean to, but yes. I'm not really surprised. He was an interesting take, but lacked most things associated with Riddler. I'd say this could be due to the more action-focused show that The Batman was. Riddler isn't really an action villain. He plants bombs and puts people in mazes. The times when he most felt like Riddler were in his first appearance with the string of games and bombs, and in the backstory where he turned Gorman's house into a maze. If they had focused more on Riddler being in control of the situation and Batman finding a way to take control away from him, it would have played more into the character's strengths than having him just be another villain try to kill Batman by attacking him head-on. Riddler fights with his brains and puzzles, not with his brawns and punches. If you feel I've made a mistake of some sort, feel free to tell me. And if there's a Riddler you'd like to see reviewed, let me know. I can't promise he'll be next, but I'll do my best to get it done quickly. Thank you for watching, and goodbye.